Hey, quick question for you. Have you ever been writing something in English and you stopped? Not because you didn't know the word, but because you weren't sure, should I write in or at here?
Ooh, that feeling. The blank stare at the screen, or worse, you're talking to someone and you just freeze because you're second-guessing your own grammar.
And the worst part? You've probably studied this before. You've read the rules, you've done the exercises, and somehow it still doesn't feel natural.
Today, that changes. We're going to walk through the grammar rules that confuse almost every English learner. Prepositions, articles, tenses, and we're doing it the way we do everything on this show.
Like real people, talking, not like a textbook.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. I'm Alex.
And I'm Maya, and if you're new here, welcome. This is the podcast where we make English feel less like homework and more like a conversation you actually want to have.
Quick thing before we dive in. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. We post every week, and we genuinely read your comments.
We really do. Someone last week asked us to cover prepositions, and Maya, that literally became today's entire episode.
So you're welcome, Priya from Chennai. This one's for you.
All right, let's get into it. We're covering a lot today. Prepositions, word order, articles, and tenses. So buckle up.
Okay, let's start with the big three. In, at, on. Honestly, how do native speakers even decide? Is it instinct?
A little bit, yes, but there is logic. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. So in is for big things, countries, cities, continents. I live in India. She studied in Europe.
Big containers, basically. Like if you can imagine being inside something large, use in.
Exactly. And at, that's for smaller, more specific places. I'm at the coffee shop. I'm at the airport. At feels like you're pointing at a spot on a map.
Okay, I love that. Pointing at a spot. So what about on?
On is for surfaces and streets. The book is on the table. She lives on Baker Street. And for time, same logic applies, right?
Yes. In for general time. I'll be there in 2 minutes. She was born in March. On for specific dates. The meeting is on Monday. At for exact times. It starts at 3 p.m.
So if someone says the party is in Monday...
Wrong. On Monday. Monday is specific.
See? That's the thing. It's not random at all. There's a system.
And once you trust the system, you stop guessing.
Now here's one that I remember tripping people up. Hospitals. I'm in the hospital versus I'm at the hospital. Speaker 2, same place, different preposition. Why?
This is one of my favorite examples. I'm in the hospital means you're a patient, you're admitted, you're getting treatment. I'm at the hospital, you're just there, visiting a friend maybe. You're not the one in the bed.
That's such a practical difference. Context changes everything.
Segment 3. For versus since. In versus into. 9:30 to 12 o'clock. For versus since. This is a huge one for tenses. Let's break it down.
Okay, so for measures a period of time. I've lived here for 3 years. 3 years is a duration. Since marks a starting point. I've lived here since 2021. 2021 is when it began.
So for answers how long, and since answers starting when.
Exactly. And here's the test. If you can replace the word with a number and a time unit, use for 5 hours, for 2 weeks. If it's a specific date or moment, use since. Since Monday, since breakfast.
Now, in versus into. These look almost identical.
But they describe different things. In is about being inside something, static. The keys are in the drawer. Into is about movement, going from outside to inside. She walked into the room. He put the keys into the drawer.
So in is where you are. Into is where you're going.
Movement versus location. Simple as that.
Segment 4. To versus for. Okay, this is one that even advanced learners struggle with. 2 versus 4. Because sometimes both seem possible.
Right? And sometimes they are both possible, but with different emphasis. Let me give you a real example. He brought lunch to me versus he bought lunch for me. Okay, I hear a difference, but what is the difference exactly? 2 is about direction. He brought it. The lunch traveled to you. 4 is about benefit. He did something kind for you. The focus is on the gesture.
Oh, that's interesting. 2 equals direction. 4 equals benefit or purpose.
And watch how this extends. We use 2 when talking about a destination. I'm going to the market. We use 4 for schedules or purposes. I'm going for groceries.
Segment 7, articles. A, an, the. Articles. Honestly, for many learners, especially if your native language doesn't have articles, this can feel completely arbitrary.
I know. In Russian, my first language, we don't have articles at all. So when I came to the US, I was like, why do you need the? Just say the thing.
Okay, so let's demystify this. A, you use it the first time you mention something. Something new, unknown, unspecific. I saw a dog in the park. Any dog, not a specific one.
Then the second time you mention it, now we both know which dog you mean, you say the. The dog was really friendly.
A introduces, the specifies.
And use an, not a, when the next word starts with a vowel sound. An apple, an hour, an umbrella.
Notice she said vowel sound, not vowel letter. A university, not an university. Because it starts with a U sound.
Good catch. And now, when do we use no article at all? With uncountable nouns? I love music, not I love the music. With plural general statements? Dogs are loyal animals. With proper nouns, names of people. With most countries, she's from France. With languages, he speaks Spanish. With meals, let's have breakfast.
Unless you're being specific. The breakfast we had this morning was amazing. Because now we're talking about that specific breakfast.
Exactly. General, no article. Specific, use the. Okay, we covered so much today. Prepositions, articles, tenses, marker words. If you take one thing away, let it be this. English has logic. It just takes the right explanation.
And that's what we're here for. Now, your challenge for this week